Russian propaganda spreads a lot of misinformation to hide the real goals of Russia's military invasion of Ukraine. Putin's stated goals for the war keep changing. First, the Russians promised to destroy the Zelensky regime in Kiev. Then they wanted to kill all nationalists. And later, they claimed they wanted to neutralize Ukraine's military infrastructure. All of these claims are lies. In fact, Russia is waging a classic war of aggression against Ukraine, just as Hitler did in his time. The first thing Russian troops do after taking over any Ukrainian city is start looting, raping, and taking civilians hostage. The war is now seen as an instrument of personal enrichment for the vast majority of Putin's soldiers. Russia is interested in material values and territories, but not in people. Civilians in Ukraine are regarded by Putin and his entourage as unnecessary people. The Russian leadership gave orders to its soldiers to destroy Ukrainians physically by shooting them and burying them in mass graves. The massacre in Bucha by Russian soldiers against Ukrainian civilians is only one episode of this terrible war. Thanks to the occupation of this city by the armed forces of Ukraine, the whole world saw the atrocities of the Russians. Tortured, raped, and murdered children, women, and the elderly are the basis of Putin's policy in Ukraine. It is already known that the Russians have created several mass graves near Mariupol where they bury murdered Ukrainians. The death toll has already exceeded 20,000. You can see from satellite images that Russia keeps bringing in more and more corpses. As you listen to this podcast, people are dying in Ukraine. A Holocaust-like history is repeating itself. Russia, which now professes its version of Nazism at the state level, is denying Ukrainians the right to live. They are killing Ukrainians every day, just as the Nazis did in Auschwitz and other concentration camps during World War II. Russia must answer for this international crime. It is the duty of the world community to stop the genocide in Ukraine and to bring all those responsible for crimes against humanity to justice.